The play Einstein, Humanizing the Genius. Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources. Here is my review of the play Einstein from the point of view of a physics teacher and a physics student, and most importantly, a science communicator. I went to watch Einstein by Naseeruddin Shah expecting brilliance, and true to form, that's exactly what I got. Being a teacher of physics, I spend a lot of time trying to make difficult ideas sound simple, turning them into something human, something you can feel as well as understand. As someone who spends life quite immersed in physics, teaching it, exploring it, and marveling at its deepest mysteries, I didn't need the play to explain relativity, time dilation, or the photoelectric effect. I came to witness the translation of a mind like Einstein's into living theatre. This play offered me a chance to step into the mind of Einstein, to see his curiosity, humor, and humanity brought vividly to life, to sense the rhythm of his thoughts, the playfulness of his imagination, and the humanity that accompanied his genius. And what I experienced did justice to my expectation. In this play, the stage is minimal, but with Naseeruddin Ji's prowess, it becomes infinite. He transforms the minimal space, conjuring an entire universe. He doesn't perform Einstein, he inhabits him. The absent-minded gestures, the quiet chuckles, the flashes of impatience, glimmers of curiosity, and the way his gaze seems to drift beyond the walls of the room, beyond time and space itself, they all feel effortless. Watching him is like peeking into Einstein's mind. See it wander, pause, delight in the unusual, and come up with questions the rest of us hadn't even thought to ask. You feel you are observing the workings of a mind that never stops questioning, a mind that delights in thought for the sake of thought itself. Since in this play, Einstein is thinking out loud, laughing at life, and stubbornly refusing to settle for easy answers. One moment he is playful, poking at the absurdities of fame and intellect. The next, he falls into a kind of loneliness that no equation can reconcile. A man who could bend space-time, but not always his own life into coherence. In this play, there's physics, which is not just about understanding the universe, but also about what we do with that understanding, and the fact that the universe is not obligated to make sense to us. Beyond the intellect, the play captures Einstein's humanity. He is a curious, playful, occasionally impatient, intensely observant, and profoundly thoughtful person. You see the moral questions that weighed on him, the burden of his discoveries, the quiet loneliness of a genius. And yet, despite the weight, there is lightness, humor, imagination, and that childlike delight in asking, why? The audience, drawn into this humanity, are reminded that even the greatest minds are human and hence flawed. The play, a revelation about the art of bringing a mind like Einstein's to life, captures the joy of discovery, the delight in questions, the frustration of an unanswered problem, and the gentle wonder at the universe itself. Shah's performance is extraordinary in its subtlety. No grand spectacle, no dazzling set pieces competing for attention. It is just about a man, his mind, and the slow unfolding of his life that was as human as it was extraordinary. One moment he is mischievous, finding humor in a minor frustration. The next, he is profoundly reflective, pausing to consider the weight of the discovery or the implications of his work. There is rhythm to his performance. The pauses, the laughter, the sudden sparks of insight mirror the cadence of an ingenious mind thinking out loud. That Shah's face has an uncanny resemblance with the face of Einstein, further enhanced with skilled makeup, makes the performance even more endearing. And yes, there is the famous hairstyle, the tongue out irreverence, the gentle teasing of Newton, the English spoken with German accent, zum Beispiel the pronunciations of words like journalist instead of a journalist, and the title itself as Einstein instead of Einstein are two of the several examples of impeccable diction. Shah holds an entire universe together on the stage with his voice, his diction, his body language, and presence. The writing of the play by Gabriel Emmanuel is the strong foundation stone that establishes the alignment of the play. The real magic here is the merging of science and storytelling. The writing allows humor and reflection to coexist, insight and levity to mingle. Every line feels deliberate, every story measured, yet spontaneous. The interplay between the words, gestures, and thoughts creates a living portrait of Einstein that is at once entertaining as well as deeply moving. The science is never diluted, but it is presented as part of a life lived thinking differently, persistently, creatively. Explanation of concepts like relativity is woven in the play, and how. You aren't handed equations, you are handed perspective. By the end, what lingers is the spirit of the thinker, as the minimality of the stage makes Einstein's mind tangible. The play celebrates imagination, curiosity, and the courage to ask questions no one else dares to ask. It reminds us that genius is not just intellect, but along with that, there is curiosity, humor, and human insight. Shah delivers this with elegance, subtlety, and complete command of the stage. Every tilt of the head, every pause, every flicker of a smile carries weight and communicates volumes. You see the impatience with bureaucracy, the delight in discovery, the quiet reflection on life's responsibilities. All of it conveyed with effortless charm. It's a performance that feels intimate. Like I said earlier, it is as though Einstein himself is letting you peek inside his mind. And that, in a way, is the most exhilarating part. Einstein is simply put unforgettable, a masterclass in performance and storytelling that honors one of the most brilliant minds of our time. When the play ends, you leave knowing that the greatest discoveries are not just in equations, but in curiosity, in persistence, in the willingness to wonder. and that witnessing such a mind on stage is in itself a kind of brilliance. Me being a science communicator, an inhabitant of the space where science and arts meet, this play for me is a dream play, where literally your dream is played out. It is a win win situation where science gets a medium in the form of an art and an art gets a theme in the form of a science. May there be many more such activities which bring out the best of science and arts in this beautiful amalgamation of both. Thank you, Team Motley, SLR, Sri Ram Lagu Rangamanch, and Maharashtra Cultural Center for this exemplary experience. This review was written and recited on her YouTube channel D Creations Resources by Dr. Deepti. Thank you.